Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Ahmad Kabir bin Mohamad. Today I present about business ethics article review. There are content about 3 articles to review, and this presentation is prepared for Madam Sazaina Zainul Abidin. Then we jump to the first article, which is the role of ethics 21st century organization, which is the year of published is 2019, and the authors is Jenny Igogopoulos. In this article are focusing on the business ethics is a hotly argued topic in today's corporate business and also academic circle. Globalization, technology, and also intangible asset, and not forget about the talent management, are some of the factors that have influenced how much ethics has been studied in recent years. The necessity of ensuring that ethical processes and policies are communicated and practiced across the business has been acknowledged by the management of organizations that emphasize ethical performance. Other than that, creating the basis for resourceful and ethical corporate performance is the responsibility of organizational and educational leadership. There's a powerful and vital part of human activity in organizations. Leaders should promote and exemplify ideas and values that align with the organization's goals, purpose, and also vision. In recent years, individuals and organizations have been researching ways to integrate ethical behavior into corporate practices. Furthermore, ethical conduct and value system have become 21st century organizational precedent. While leaders must keep up with external factors such as technological advancement, globalization, and also competition, they must also keep up with the internal tasks and practices such as mission and vision that align with the organizational culture, strategies design, and goals to pursue for their own global organizational. Leadership is a complicated and comprehensive function that must include ethical standard in organizational policy. That's all for the article 1. Then the variable in the article 1 are culture, ethics, leadership, and also organization. Next is the second article, which is Business Ethics International Analysis of Code of Ethics and Conduct. The authors is Revista Brasilia de Marketing, and the year of publish is on 2017. And the search engine for this article is from ResearchGate, which is in this part of article are telling us about companies' interaction with the community through product and services and also sales force. Marketing, communication, investment, and also relationship with other stakeholders are influenced by their reputation and overall marketing performance, which is why Code of Ethics and Code of Conduct formalize an ideal of expected behavior patterns for managers and also employees. Accordingly, the purpose of this study is to compare and contrast ethical rules of conduct, major Brazilian and Portuguese corporation. Brazilian enterprises have far more detailed and comprehensive code of ethics, reflecting their purpose and their understanding of stakeholders, concern, and objective. According to the findings, Brazil also has far higher prevalence of code of ethics than Portugal. As a result, we find that ethics have a significant impact on both of company reputation and its overall marketing effectiveness. This include the usage of code of ethics to communicate with both internal and external audience. Lastly, marketing professionals should be consistently aware of this part of sharing, which is next is about the variable in the second article, which is contain ethical business practices, code of conduct, business and society, and also cultural difference, and not forget the communication. In the third article, which is ethical conduct in business, a case study analyzing using Bangladesh experience. The authors are Victoria Wise, Muhammad Mahbub Ali, and also Trevor Wise. The year of published in 2010, and the search engine also from ResearchGate. I just picked one of the article from strictly to the case study because we can learn more based on the experience in the case study, which is in this part is from Bangladesh experience. In this article generally share about ethical standards should be used in the conduct of business both locally and also globally. In order to attain acceptable ethical standard in business, it is necessary to establish and correctly execute regulatory structures and processes that take into account nature of company and the viewpoint of the nation which is the business process take place. When strong government, organizational structures and professional norm of conduct are implemented, they can have a favorable impact on views of corrupt activities in a nation, comparing unethical conduct that may thus occur in poor nation and showcasing the framework established to prohibit unethical corporate practices are the main goals of this article. It is possible to apply Bangladesh experiences to enhance business practices in other developing countries. Next is about the variable in the third article, which is ethical standard in business, code of conduct, corrupt practices, case studies, and also developing economies. Next is about comparison toward three articles. The three articles were chosen for their positive view on business ethics, while one by Georgopolis was linked to 2019. According to the role of ethics in 21st century organization, an appointed ethics officer ensure the organization ethical principle and enforce uniformly. Moreover, ethical executives have expressed the company values, and also company operation may be threatened by moral and ethical difficulties. And also the last is ethical decisions are guided by thoughts and attitudes. However, Article 2 from Revista Brasileira de Marketing 2017, Global Ethical and Conduct Code Analysis. The most frequently discussed issue in this article are business ethics are determined by the amount of legal and economic control as well as human attribute. To be in long-term sustainable in the free market economy, enterprise must fulfill profit expectation and accepted commercial criteria, which is the law, government regulation, societal pressure, the industrial sector, as well as ethical norms and personal standard may all affect ethical conduct in the long term. Finally, there are Code of Commercial Behavior by Vicky Wise and Trevor Wise. Most recent essay was published on 2010, which is the third article, Ethical Business Practice Bangladesh Case Study. Apparently, Bangladesh loses 1.5 billion annually due to the corruption. Many nations have socio-economic and political issues owing to a lack of business ethics. Other than that, legal and regulatory frameworks, cultural norms and value, and also industrial sectors all influenced by business ethics. Lastly, because Bangladesh economy is in flux, the evolution of corporate ethical norms has hampered organization growth. Then is a part of analyze and discussion. In accordance with the first piece of writing in the 21st century, workplace ethics is a topic of discussion. According to the conclusion of this poll, ethics is seen as a priority by business leaders. Among the many obligations, leaders must ensure that the policies of their organization adhere to ethical norms. Corporate ethics is concerned with the development of corporate character that promote the well-being of employees and the communities in which they operate. Then this method is beneficial to all parties involved. Employees get a sense of pride and belonging as a result of their satisfaction in working for a moral organization. A firm that cares about its customer and the community is a moral corporation. It is critical to study and connect the culture and social environment of the community with the culture and social environment of the organization. If organization make an effort to nurture CEOs who have strong sense of ethos, integrity, and also honesty, the business world of the future will be less corrupt and more compassionate. Moreover, the second article is a worldwide study of code of ethics and behavior, which are focusing on personal behavior such as the intake of alcoholic beverages and also illegal substances, as well as the acceptance of gifts and favors. Are the areas where the greatest differences exist between nations. Brazilian companies are not inherently more prone to this type of difficulties, but they are more aware of them than their counterpart in the other countries. If ethical problems are not handled, A company reputation and marketing performance may suffer as a result. The ethical expectation that their constituent have of them should be brought to the attention of marketing professionals on a regular basis. As a result, it is becoming more important in determining reputation, influencing consumer behavior, establishing brand equity, fostering customer loyalty, and also the last is defining competitive advantage. And the last article, which is the third article, is examine ethical behavior in business, specifically as it relates to Bangladesh corporate practice. According to some critics, poor reporting techniques and lack of transparency may have played a role to this onset of the financial crisis. It is impossible to exaggerate the significance of ethical business practices. Bangladesh has implemented a number of changes in attempt to better monitor, control, and also minimize the occurrence of corruption and immoral behavior in the country. The improvement of ethical business standards are practices across the globe is primary objective for the United Nations. And the last is, if both enterprise and society refuse to ban unethical behavior, it will be impossible to establish a foundation for corporate ethics. That's all from the part of discussion. Next is the last part of this presentation, which is what we can relate to study of business ethics, which is, in my opinion, I think the study of business ethics can assist you in resolving conflict that arise between your own conviction and the ideas of the firm for which you work. Moreover, commercial ethics is a hotly debated topic in today's corporate and economic world, and with a good reason. The ethical values and practices of business must be conveyed to and enforced throughout the organization workforce. Because of a lack of ethical behavior in the corporate sector, economies all over the world are suffering. The resourcefulness and integrity of economy are based on the foundation provided by its founder and executive. It is critical for the business process to be guided by ethical principle and standard. Lastly is, if acceptable corporate criteria are met, it is necessary to develop regulatory structure and also processes. That's all from me. Thank you.